Hello and welcome. What boy is he absolutely teaming it down, absolutely hammering down. So fertilizing will have to wait a little bit. Now I was thinking about this, and it is true. It is. I would really like to block off that area behind us. Yeah, I would, so that the pallets don't spawn. Now I'd imagine if we stick, because it comes from the route on the left. If you put an object in the way, I really do, as I said last time, need to know, do they stop, like, spawning in fact, I suppose, easiest way to do this would be actually to push them to the left, and then obviously they're going to go on the road, so this is more of a test of mechanics in a way, but it is a useful one for anybody to sort of see. So we switch traffic off, because it will cause mayhem if I take those and they go on the street, on the actual road. But really, to do what I've got to do that. So we just sort of push so that the fertilizer, I've been about to just probably do this properly. Yeah, exactly, I would. Right, let's shove this. If there's any more in there, that's what I say, more are going to appear until we actually do. If we sort of like knock those back, I've made this harder for myself than I need to, but then that's usually the way that I roll. Not meaningfully, but I do. I'm a terror. I am. Always have it. If there's a hard way to do something, I will find that way. I will. It's terrible. Please. Why are you going on the ground? I thought we'd fix this issue of ground. Oh, come on, what were the theatrics? Oh, we're going, oh right, I think it's the quick again. Yeah, we're out, I think. Oh, do you know, seriously. What am I going to say? We've got a fairly low centre of gravity. I'd have thought we should have flipped. Right, so let's grab those two again and try see if I thought we got this completely level. I thought I was level as well, but quick, really. I'm not actually pointing down into the ground now. So let's see, can we get those two? Let's grab it like that. Oh, we've only got bits of the fertilizer. See, it is still. Should not cause us kind of a hassle, really. So if we stick that, how can we get that underneath it off? That's what I really need to know, isn't it? So that should, it's got an object there. So if we grab these two, I would have thought it will stop spawning, because it seems that they spawn in order. Seems. Fantastic. So if we now push the other, may as well actually stick these on, and we may have to get some business done today is what I'm thinking. Okay, because the oysters are worth quite a bit always, so you don't have to really wait with these until it's the month. That's going to cause issues. Will you not let go? Of course you're going to fall on the floor. Yes, you are. Yeah, it's just, I always find when you had a really good, well for me a good night's sleep, but I've woken up feeling really tired. I always find that when you do like that, everything's like the universe is against you. This is the only way I can put it. Oh, that's actually no, it's the wrong way around. So now, if we push that fertilizer and push those others off the trigger and leave this on the trigger, I think it should. So like this should stop anything spawning. I'm not sure, they say it's a test. It's just I had an idea and I thought, oh, I wonder if can you block that? Because I don't want anything. I'd like to sell. And to do that we're going to have to like change things a little. So we need to be on the primary spot on the trigger. I do love like testing like this, because the game works in a terribly logical way. I mean terribly logical. I've just been working on a silo and it will not pop, and I thought as I left I thought, well, what am I doing wrong? Because I did a silo yesterday and it worked perfectly well. And now this morning I'm doing the silo and it won't. I can't see it. It loads the mod in the game to begin with, and then it doesn't appear. And I thought, you've picked a silo that's like part of the pack that Giants have done, and it's got about 6 silos. It's mod desk. No, I'm getting technical now. There's a declaration in the game basically of what anything does, and I've done a mod declaration that only declares one item. Well, there's loads of items in there, so that's it. To me, it makes perfect sense that the game is like confused because it doesn't know what the rest of the items are. So basically, I've either got to do one tiny silo, which is what I've called it, or like basically do them all, because then it makes perfect sense, which means I need to go into the mod desk and actually tell it about the other items. Let's see what else it's all about. Let's see. As I said, if there's a difficult way to do things, I'll find it. It's terrible, especially when you're tired though. Well, I don't feel tired, but I obviously am, and that's what I'm saying. There's always little tiny signs when you're not at your best, and you know, like, but it's going to have mercy on me. Obviously, I'm not. The show must go on, as the saying goes. It's definitely true. So, we stick. We're going to have to like too high it. It's wandering. Let's just stick that like that, and break the lock by pulling at an angle. Stick you next to your other one, and it is working. It is. Oh, I went straight through that. It's not real. But at some point it is. Ooh, wow, quite a lot of it's not real actually. So, wow. See, live and learn. Yes, it's hard not to get too technical for how the game declares things. We all know about like collisions and what's real and what's not. As in, some things you'll pass through, and other things you'll hit, and even on some maps, I think we may all have done that phenomenon where you've gone through something that doesn't exist. I had it on the old Stream Farm. It was the very first time. I knew nothing about modding at that time at all, and nothing about how that worked, and I was hitting an object, and Blacksheep Modding had basically not at that time fixed the collisions, or the hidden collisions that were right wrong on the map, and then obviously you fix them later on. So right, where do we go with these mushrooms? Let's have a look. We may as well do a little bit of business while it's actually... I think, to be honest, if we look at value all sell stations, the knock is, I think Farmers Market is slightly more, but do you know, for the hassle of running through the town, I'm willing to take a loss of 14 euros. I don't think it really matters for this particular map because we haven't got the proper, but we will go we'll go dollars, because obviously I think there are like dollars for like oh, I do love the rain on the road. Do really. So we just, boys, all we've got to do in this month of May is flood the fields, which if I've not done them already, and fertilise those 2 fields that needed the second stage of fertilisation. And then really we can flit right to the month of October. Is that weeds or is that... Just have a quick look, because if it's weeds, we can't set even them going in the rain. Yeah, let's get this done. And I still do concur, more important than a field towards is a better tractor, definitely. Tractor top priority. So for this one, we're better to go the main way to town, not the way I have been going. So in case there's someone, this is a continuance. There's no, oh no, it said stop. My bad. No, right, okay, apologies everyone, that was... So I need to stop again. Well, I didn't stop there. So they don't have lines per se. No, we stopped. We did literally stop for a second. Well, a fraction of a second actually. Now I'm pleased where we are though. To be honest, we have bought a lot of fields. The produce is working well, the farm is working as well as I would have expected on normal economy. So we have picked good things to sell and everything, so I'm quite pleased. I have, and actually this is just my initial adjusted without soups and things like that. I have souped one up to add soups. I know, terrible. That's yeah, I've been terribly humorous. And of course, the lights are on. All right, they're on red. No, don't you all agree that that red's more like orange? It's sort of a very orangey red. It definitely doesn't look red to me. It's more glowy orange. That where it says iron plough on the right hand side, that was red, and the Weetles, the red on the sign on that is red. That was orange. Yeah, the amber and the red are almost the same. Giants, it needs a colour adjustment. Right, so we're going to like sneak through, otherwise we have to go an awful long way. But it's not that, it isn't that far actually, I'm being a bit... Luckily, because of the rain has scared all the people, there's no one walking in the middle. Can I speak too soon? No, we're not. So I need to be selected on the dragon itself. Okay. And now we need to be selecting that. Not bad. Not a bad little earn of that really for just mushrooms. Got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with this. It's almost like a ready-made business, and if we can sort of tell that to sell all the time, I think what we'll do though, because right, we could stop. There's nothing there, so we're going now. Yeah, do we just put on sell all the time like I used to do my old ones? Because it'll just bring in 5 or 6 grand a day, which is a bit like having a little generator, which is... Oh. Okay, it's a bit naughty. I did sort of stop, just not quite in the right place. Yeah, I've got to concentrate. I'm trying to treat everything as if it's real life. It's the best way, then you can't really go wrong. But yeah, I did say this about Hutan Pantai. It's a little bit alien. The roads and the lack of, like, in Britain we have like clear lines that say this road is ending. Even if they change it, they change the white lines to match. Whereas this to me is a continuance, because there is no white line that says stop from that side over there. It's just like a continuing road. And that's because you, obviously I primarily live and work and everything in the UK, so therefore you're sort of programmed, and I will call it that. It is the conditions is another way, if you like. Common, and a lot of people like to say conditioning rather than program, but it is, because people don't like to compare us to computers, but it's true, we're not. Well, if we are, we're organic computers, definitely. There is a part in our brain that is terribly clever. If a human can create computers, then we are terribly clever. Not necessarily wise, but we certainly are clever. Yeah, wisdom's a completely different kettle of fish. I think that's got weeds, surely. We've got weeds everywhere. Let's have a quick look. I like the dragon, and I do like the Bachman on it as well. Yeah. I do like this, and I do like the American one as well. They're both really good. I don't know which is the cheapest. Right, let's have a look at field data, because I think we have weeds. I do. We do have profuse weeds on 2 of our... I think we did know, actually. So they'll vary, and I think we said that this needs to do this first. So we're going to speed a bit of time up. I would imagine we looked at the sales. I would imagine. Yeah, we have Rigitrack still teasing us, and it is giving way to not. Yeah, I hope there's going to be one of them time speedy weedies mods as well. Although I've got to be honest, yeah, I mean I could survive with 360. It's now that we've got you can sleep anywhere or any time. I'm quite happy. I could well survive. And this is what I was saying about this as a really important team member. Now we have got arrows on it. Yeah, they're nice arrows. But yeah, you would probably wise to tentatively test first. so you don't do what I have done in the past, where I just charge onto the field and realise that actually those narrows I thought were narrows are really not narrow. It's true. It's really quite horrible. A really nasty feeling. I'd imagine we're not quite. Yeah, I would say that we're probably need to like do a little bit of it's not probably it's not quite as easy as so a bit of spinny rooney like that, and then a little corner bit just here should do the trick. So we now need to do I think the other field too, the bottom fields, and then we need to get rid of all of these horrible weeds with the same tractor. Yeah, it's a little bit of a special thing, isn't it, really? Right. And yeah, what with that, also with this like extra ton in there, that's what I look. Yeah, the old fence GT from Farmer Andy had us a 3.5 tonner, and I think the original one was something like that as well. This is a very small one, but it's, I've got to be honest, I think it's probably realistic. It probably could be a little bit taller, could be almost 2 tons or something like that realistically. Right, so this is, I believe, on the right hand side. I think we've done the one on the left, as in the farmer did it already. Yeah, 100% needs line. We can't do anything about that. We cannot do anything about that at all. So let's get this. Let's just check. I am right, aren't I? Yeah, this is annoying. The fact that this moves. So switch that again. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't like you. You've got to like do it with the mouse. Right, yeah, it is. I thought I was right. Right. So let's get this done. Apologies for that. Yeah. Knocked on the. I automatically pressed B without even thinking. Yeah, I was trying to do this myself, but hey ho, the worker is. Well, hopefully. Why is it not showing? It's really slow to update, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It was actually done. Right, I think we'll take over now, though. Yeah, we will. Let's crack on. Yeah, because sort of I would never do the middle like that they have done. It's like we're now going to waste fertilizer. It's expensive stuff. These workers have no idea of how expensive farming is, and they don't particularly care. Yeah, because now we're wasting half of a spread. I sooner would have gone left and right. Yeah, it's this sort of shows up the new system. Oh my life! By chance, I think we're easy to just like do that, and then we'll go up. We'll sort of do the same again, because oh, look at the mess now. I almost wish they hadn't taken over, but I am grateful for the fact that they did sort of try to begin with. I mean, in a way they've made me extra work, not to save me work, which that's not really so good. Right, let's get this done, and then we're going to get this swapped over to spraying. Right, should be about right, and then we've got to like do our. I do love doing that. It's cool. Really is amazing. I'm not sure in real life you could. You probably would still with narrows, because narrows they're not really like we have them, are they? It's more like you have tracks. It really does still ruin fields. Oh, why have we got damage there? That is literally damage. What on earth went wrong there? Is that? One of these days I will get that right. Well, it shows it's still growing. Right, okay, let's set this going. Just struggle a bit, which it would. It's 95 horsepower. Yeah, the Xylon really would have been the way to go, but yeah, I was being careful. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still fantastic. It's just that yeah, it would have been nicer to have a where it rips up the. I don't know that it made much difference, if I'm honest. Although extra 50 horsepower or 46 horsepower is really quite phenomenal, the difference it makes. I used to in FS19 very frequently when I was on a true start from scratch, which was only 300,000 start, where you'd got no land, nothing, and you got 300,000. Or was it 500? Yeah, probably 5. I think actually that makes. Oh my life! Yeah, I used to frequently go for. I think it wasn't the aggro star. It was the aggro liner. I think it was a Deutz was 150 horsepower exactly, and it really did a very good job for quite a while. So let's just stick this. We could really do with a special place for this one. Yeah, there's not enough room in that little shed. We could stick another one on the other side. I like the idea of actually... Oh, it doesn't. It does not work. Look, they have spawned. They continue to spawn in other places. You'd have to fill it. They can't spawn where something is. That seems to be... Ah, you can't... No, can't go there. Let's just stick this sort of like there. Not sure if that's on that attached... Yeah, it could be. Right, we need to also drop... I think we need to drop the weight first, because I don't think that is going to be very happy if I, like, let go of it there. So let's let go of that. And be patient. Right. Right, let's get that... Now, do we need... Oh... Tabbed. My apologies. I do wish I could. I suppose I could really not do the tab on my gamepad. Never thought of doing that really. It's just a pain because there are sometimes, obviously, when you come in and I am like setting up, that I will tab from vehicle to vehicle because it's such an absolutely amazing feature. And I know it is weird. It's it as a content creator, you've got to sort of try sometimes to compromise what you believe, not in big ways. I mean, I was looking at Scroft's montage. He did a beautiful video on Calmsden that's coming soon, and I thought I still agree with what I say. As much as it is beautiful, right? We need also. Have we got any left? I think we used it, or didn't we? Oh no. Still got a bit. To me, we're showing a journey. And how I got from A to B is the most important thing of how I did. We're sort of showing the farm and how we get from this point to that point, but then most content creators now don't show that. It's you know, I think it's a patience thing that a lot of people like perhaps haven't got the patience that they used to. Right, we need some fuel as well. That's just and a little bit of repair. I'm not trying to insult everybody. I think it's yeah, it is a well-known fact actually that patience of people today is, and I would probably include myself in that most definitely, is not what it was like a generation ago. Because I think we sort of demand everything now. You know, it's sort of like a given. Oh no. Oh, it does still do it. I didn't have that selected, and it's still. I suppose the commands to unfold, you can't unfold the front box. So that it is. I do like the way that the game engine does do things like that. That is really quite good. Yeah, it only sort of goes wrong when there's like the same function twice on the front and the back, and then obviously it'll just do the front one. Oh, we got to stick traffic back on as well. Yes, I'm really enjoying the modding I'm doing as well. But I'm trying to be careful not to gush, because that is my tendency to like, you know, like, oh, I've just been doing this and this is why I did that, and then I'll go into geek speak and everyone will like be, yeah, and I understand they do. It's just the way that you are. You can't help the way you build, but you've got to. If you're creating content and you're not expecting, hoping people will stop by, then you've got to like make it not mega, you know, like too geeky. Although I would imagine I've said that about myself, that I'm probably Marmite. You know, I'm not going to appeal to everybody. I know that, truly know that. So certain people are going to put up with your antics, but only to a degree, and that's my point. It's not fair for you to think, oh, I'm exactly okay as I am, because, like, well, some people want to view things, but, like, something might infuriate them that you do. So that's wow, that is weeds or what? Gordon Bennett, that is some weeds. I do apologise for you'll hear my work phone. I'm on call today, and emails are already popping in, but I'm only supposed to answer to emergencies. So, you know, is that one? That one looks like it's weeded as well, but it didn't look like it had got weeds before. No. Well, that is if we switch weeds on. Yeah, a little tiny bit just there, and then the big field is the only other one with weeds. So let's get this job done. Then we really can go straight on to harvest, which we should do next session. We shall. But it would be nice to get this done. But the last job we've got to do to make our fields perfect. Yeah, I say it really did. I mean, oh, another. I don't know. No, I might have said it on the other Schnuffle Stuck. I have used it on 2 Let's Plays now with a harvester to bale straight away. It really is. I like the Schnuffle Stuck before, but I only used it 2 or 3 times. I always thought it was a bit of a niche thing, and I couldn't really find a good enough thing. It was good though, and it was a very reasonable price, but there were more reasonable ones for a dolly, or I would have chosen it as a sort of dolly sometimes, because it's a sort of a super dolly, you could say. It will act as a dolly as well, which sort of makes it a very versatile, but I couldn't really find a niche for it. I do like the fact that they've now made it shorter. I don't like the fact that the shorter version is dearer. It makes no sense to me. I'm getting less metal, and yet somehow I'm being charged more for the shorter version. But yes, it is good, and you can bale directly from a harvester at present. I do think Giants will probably close this when they've got around to fixing all the major issues that are far more important. I think they'll probably nerf horsepower to a bit more realistic. I think they've left it a little bit open-ended, because there's no way in FS25 a 250 horsepower harvester could manage a 13 or a 10 meter. I've had a 13 meter corn header on it. No way. Yeah, I mean, I've had massive 400 horsepower harvesters that have struggled with that kind of beast. Yeah, I mean, on Combined Counties, one of the last ones I was doing, I had one of Sid Modding's beautiful classes, one of the yellow classes, and it was 400 and something, just over 400 horsepower, and it struggled with a 12 meter corn header. No, not 10 meter. It struggled with a 10 meter, and it did it on the flats, but wouldn't do it on the hilly bit of Combined Counties, because it was a hilly, in places some of it was hilly, really hilly. So that was a 400 plus horsepower harvester. Now this is a 250, the one we've got, and I've used that, and I've used a 13 meter Geringhoff 12.6 or whatever, but nearly 13 meters header. Managed that as if it was like a walk in the park. There was no struggling, no nothing. It just did it. And then obviously I've got I think it's a 7.6 meter header on the base, the one that we've got here, the beautiful. I do love it. It's a real gorgeous bit of kit. Yeah, I've got the same one on that. Put that and a baler, and it manages it. Yeah, it's not even struggling. It doesn't care that it's got a baler on the back as well. That's another 90 horsepower. It just does it. And I'm like, yeah, right. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not possible with the right horsepower harvester, but seriously, it's a 250 horsepower harvester. So I do think that eventually will be closed. I think they've just been a little bit generous. And I also think that they've got way more on than nerfing that. Yeah, I do think that's probably about right. I'm missing the very odd little one, but yeah, you can't always get this spot on. The odd little tuft I do not mind in a way. There's only 2 or 3 I think I've missed in the entire field, or it might be a patch at the top. I'll have a go. I do hate I'm going to miss some there, I know I am. Yeah, let's get this done. Let's do it properly as well. Let's not aim for good enough. Although, I don't know, perfect sometimes comes at a great cost. The fact that you've got 2 weeds on a field, is that really important? Not particularly, not really in the grand scheme of things. But it also does depend on how you, what your sensibilities are like. That's what I'm saying. I'm a bit messy by nature, which a lot of you put up with, and some of you really annoy. It does annoy some of you. And I've just missed a little weed there. Let's not deliberately. Let's grab you, even though you cost me a bit, because my entire boom is in. Oh, it's not. It's the damage bit at the top that I'm looking at. I thought it was weeds, but it's just that damage area that's going to not grow. Oh, that was bad. Knew I'd done that too early. Yes, I've actually got this on just the last purchase we got on Riverbend Springs Mark II, this exact one as well. Yeah, I've not seen the Xylon pop in the sales yet. I've only ever seen this, the Fendt GTA. Which, don't get me wrong, I've snapped their hand off. I thought, oh, you really could do it. It's such a fantastic auxiliary. We'd already got the beautiful John Deere, but as good as it is, this has got the addition of the platform. Its form factor is very, very stable. Yeah, it's only its front 3-point link, sorry, front loader that's not really right. Now let's just see if we can finally get rid of this. So we do need to do something more. We do need to basically, yeah, I need to, wow, yeah, that is amazing. We've still got we could probably do another year out of that. That is really quite amazing when you think about it. Let's stick this here and drop that reverse 2 so they're back to back and they're not taking up much room. I am very glad that we've got the pass-through weights. I was seriously missing them a lot. I will check the modder's name out at the very least as a, you know, like, and let's yeah, that was not quite as I planned. Right, so then, did have something. I think we've done everything except for flood the fields. I don't want to forget this. I've got to get into the habit of doing this. I don't know if we did it May morning. Yes, I'm not sure what we'll do. Whether we could, if we put permanent things like down. Doesn't it? We did it then. We must. And if we've done this one, yeah, you can actually see the water lying around. So that's fantastic. So we've done that. If we like place things, so it sort of goes around your attempts to like put things here. I mean, I don't really want to be sticking things like fertilizer in the way anyway. Do new things spawn if you like take them away? Let's have a look. That's the real thing. If it does, if you put something in its place like a proper fixture like plant pots, does that stop it spawning? I just like to find a proper way. I never thought of doing this before, and I just thought, I wonder if you can block that off. And I thought, oh, that's not a bad idea. You know, like for someone like myself who doesn't really particularly like doing this, I am quite happy with selling, quite happy with my all the way. I thought this is the thing that slows you down the most, and I recognised that right back at Hurbella in FS22, that I'd wasted hours and hours every single session. I thought, this can't carry on. I cannot carry on and do let's plays like if I'm doing sort of things like this. It's you know, I mean, as in what I mean is it really hampers my progress. Now then, have we got any beautiful things like little tiny will it let you put it there? I would have thought so. It might do some horrible to the game. We really need things like flower pots and stuff, don't we? We've not got anything yet, have we? I don't think, because I don't think it's going to be in this. No, I don't. Let's put some government subsidy signs down. Not really. That's not terribly a good idea. Is it in this? I would have thought it would have been in the sculpting section. Yeah, it's where it would have been before. Plants, sculpting. What about was the cheapest trees we've got? All my life. That's a little bit. What about? Oh, that's big as well. Oh my life. Well, they're going to be bigger then, aren't they? This will get like, I don't know if there are any sets yet. The signs. There are signs. What would they be under? Others. This is it. Yeah, the farm sign pack. We could stick some. Yeah, this would be it here. Others. That's it. This is where you would like normally find your little bits and bobs that may not be there just yet. Yeah, others like decoration. Well, a bench would do. We know it overlaps with another object. We deliberately knowing this. We just want to see if, like, we put B mode on. Will you stop things spawning? I would have thought it did, but what was that? Table. There's not enough room in the middle. I know. I apologise in advance because it's not really the prettiest, is it? Let's be honest. To have like such a set of things, it would be nice with plants. So we got. It's true actually. Have we got any plants? Because they would look quite nice. That's probably in keeping, really. In such a row as this, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But I do. What a pile of stones now. Well, it's not a pile of stones. It's actually a little bit prettier than a pile of stones. I do like these sunflowers. It does look a bit. Well, we're just testing, really, aren't we? Truthfully, that we're just testing to see if this actually will work or not. Last but not least, I would say that is about right. It does look contrived, I totally agree, it does, but we shall see if that does do the job or whether it's like it ignores it and they sort of half go in and it causes catastrophic game. Yeah, with that in mind, let's just say the game, shall we? I don't want like to be catapulted and lose the entire this episode's things. Never. It's weird how you don't always think of things. Sometimes you can have that stray thought and you think, oh, I wonder if I could do such and such. It is true. It's oh. Wow, that's, when you consider the price of that beast, I would say that is good profit for the company, surely, and that's only half price. To pay nearly 700,000, there's just too much for a piece of equipment. Nearly $750,000 on a piece of equipment. I know it is expensive, but it's just putting it out there that it's a bit too expensive, really. We can't afford it. It is sort of, I don't know whether it would sort of go with what we're doing, wouldn't it, really? The vegetables, but I will stick with the peas. Right, that was work. That was my first, call out of the day, as it is more of a call, but yeah. Right, so we've got that. We've done that. Oh, just look at it a little bit mucky. I think we ought to give this a bit of a wash. I can't remember. Did we? Yeah, we stuck it over by here, didn't we? I've got to get better at this because, to be honest, I like there to be a bit of like. I work better if things are uniform, as in if I have a pattern to follow. It's a bit boring, but it's just I've always worked that way, and I'm sort of like going a bit random. Like I'm sort of enjoying the fact that everything's got a place and everything's in its place. Right, yeah. But what I normally do on other Let's Plays, and I like that pattern, is I'll put the fuel barrel. I think it's Happy Mole, and also the lance, the washer right next to it, so it's all in one concentrated thing, and I like that pattern. It sort of appeals to me. So right, let's have a look. We should. All we need to do. No, we haven't gone through. Yeah, we're literally still in May, and we've just investigated. We were just about to go through. Let's investigate. Is this going to do? We're going to stay here. And we are indeed going to go through to 8 o'clock. No, our selling is all in March. We're quite lucky, I think. It's nice To have everything in the same month is fantastic. You get a massive gush of money that you could buy a field or a piece of equipment or anything like that, which is really very useful. Right. Ooh. Wow. You see, there's a method to that madness. That actually does work. There's no place for it to spawn. So therefore, it's got to build up now. Let's just, I'm just going to put developer mode on for 1 second. I want to see if there's anything terrible happening, like the game's going, oh my life. Nope, no, it is happy. It is happy. Right, smashing. So that is a good way to actually block that. So that now should have things inside that we should see that we can't see outside. Yes. Brilliant. That just did something then, didn't it? It just went smaller. No, they were already there. No, we're good. So no, that is really amazing. Money's gone up a little bit. What is in the sales? It's got that beautiful bit of kit. That can go to a sit. Oh no, is it? Ah, and the sales, you don't get options, do you? It is what it is. To be honest, do we need that? Have we got... We've got a cultivator, haven't we? Yeah, but that's... Can also use the plough function of that to actually plough fields. Don't think we've got anything like that. It's a real good... I'd prefer to buy the Black Sheep Modern one, but what I mean is, it really is a useful bit of kit, and it is the 4-metre one, so I think we will. For 3,426, I think we will absolutely buy that. The John Deere, we have not got any use for that at all, because we're not into logging. So June, let's check our fields. The one thing I don't want to forget at all. So we've gone long grain rice this year, which I'm quite pleased about, because basically the money from this is an awful lot better than the money we're getting, although the losses might be worse. I mean, that's it. Sometimes you investigate these things and you think you found how to print money, and then you find actually no, there's this it really takes a lot more produce to actually make it happen, or whatever, really. So fantastic, excellent. Right, so June, I'd say, when is our harvest of the... It's not quite got... next month it is. It's July, and our... Oh, that is right. We have a field... Yeah, I've got to get out of this. I'm just thinking I'm in the... I think that is also July. Is it? Oh, is it oat? Not oats. I think it is oats, actually. I think that's what we've got. It's an oat field. Sure it is. Yes, it is. The orange of... Or is it? That looks more like corn. I'm sure it was oats. Oats rings a bell that it was oats. It is oats. Fantastic. So that, I think, is ready in the morning. Oats is... Yes, it is. So we're going to have, like, everything. Oats, and when is our long grain rice? That's quite a long way off. So we're all right for the rice fields, but we are not all right for the oats, and the peas are both ready in the morning. So actually, that's not a bad thing, because we've got two harvesters distinctly different. So we'll go through till tomorrow. We've flooded the field, so we should not need to flood them in the morning, because it is literally... Oh, no. It's, you usually have to flood them a couple of times. I don't know if it's random, where you like... You know, like, it's not always the same, and sometimes you've got to do it 3 times on the trot, and sometimes only 2. But yeah, we will check. We're not taking any chances. So that is definitely ready. We'll also have some straw, which is useful, because I've always did say that we really... I'd like to go into the animals. Oh, I see, yes. Yeah, it's true, I would like to go into the animals. But we need to, like... We might get it just there, the 50er, the beautiful little 50 animals one. Let's just get this one as well. Fantastic. No, there's no... I think we can sort of sneak up here and, like... Yeah, and then there is the proper... Although as humans we can climb this, so we don't mind. It's weird. I did make quite a song and dance about the first third person mode. I think I always get confused between the two. I do. Yeah, like that. Always get, I did make a big song and dance of it. It's got a bowl patch on top a little bit. Yeah, but I don't seem to be that bothered about it now. I'm quite happy with like viewing out the eyes. Yeah, I'm just, I suppose it's like natural, isn't it, really? You just got no perspective is all, but you don't really need it in that person. But if you all prefer me to be in that more, I will. I can gladly live in that sort of, apart from when you... In fact, I think you can even do... No, it switches, doesn't it? Yeah, it's... When you need to go into torch mode, you just go into first person. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. So, yes, if you prefer me to be in that all of the time for perspective... please leave a comment and I'll do that. So it's ready. What is in the sales? We have a it is amazing how often that little box appears. Ooh, what have we been looking for? Now this is the one that I say doesn't appear very often, as in like the middle sort of stage, as in like that kind of horsepower. Now we think we'll probably have to pay a little bit more for the like 210. Oh, it's not bad. No, that's not bad at all. We do want the 3-point, really. We don't need a front loader attacher though. 91,000. So we did know it would. We can at least buy it. Fantastic. That, do we buy that as well? I can buy mine that does all of that. No, that is a spreader though, and it's a really good one. If we're getting animals, it just seems, why not? I know that really, we're just about to do all of our harvest. Now then, has this, yeah, no, that's holding firm. That is holding firm, so we need to keep our eye on that though, because obviously it could like start to back up and then we are in trouble. So let's just go and grab our thing, victory lap. Let's go and repair that if we can afford it, and grab anything down there that we can, which we can. We can grab all of this, and we should really be able to afford, now I'm not sure if this is the wrong way. The catch hook, I think that's on the... Yeah, it is, I thought so. Need to be the other way. Beautiful. Oh, oh, oh. I mean, to be honest, the other one is still the lead tractor. But yeah, this is slightly less powerful than the 225 that we have got. But this has a front 3-point link, which is a terribly important thing. Oh, no, on it on the front, actually. Yeah. So that's useful as well. We've now got a plough. Well, yeah, I know it's not a plough, but what I mean is it does plough and it does allow you to create fields, and it's a good size for like 3,000 odd. That is really amazing. So let's get this lot repaired, and I shall say my goodbyes, but I shall be taking this up to the farm and we'll leave it up there for future use. We are going to need another shed though, it is true as well. That's one shed is not adequate. So we're going to need to sort that out at some point soon. Yeah, that was not bad. Not really. Fantastic. So we're down to $11,647. I think it would be, is it yen, or I don't know what the currency is for like Japan, but yes. So all that remains to be said for this particular session is we've finally done it. We have got our tractor that we've been looking for absolutely ages. Did cost us nearly 100 grand, but then we had 100 grand set aside deliberately for this, and now we've got it. So that is amazing. So all I'm going to say is thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.